Here in Ukraine's second-largest city, Kharkiv, the war feels miles away. Geographically, it is. The closest conflict line with pro-Russian separatists is 250 kilometers to the southeast. But the fear of attack from Russia proper, only 30 kilometers to the north, has led Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to ask the U.S. for a THAAD anti-missile defense system.
Российская Федерация в последнее время активно развивает свои оперативно-тактические ракетные силы, те же самые установки «Искандер», ракеты «Калибр» морского базирования, а также крылатые ракеты воздушного базирования. И вот для защиты вот этих средств поражения высокоточных Украине нужны эффективные средства противоракетной обороны.
Kharkiv is a strategic location, an industrial base and railway hub. Plus, the territory has gas fields, fertile farmlands, and a concentration of armed forces. But protecting Ukraine from a possible new Russian advance is a costly venture. Since 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea and began supporting separatists in the east, Kyiv has doubled the country's military budget to $6 billion or nearly 4% of GDP. In addition to the rearmament of the armed forces, Zelensky recently announced the addition of 100,000 new soldiers and improved their pay. However, the war is not only costing Ukraine money, it is also challenging the economy, and nowhere is that more apparent than in the country's Donbas region, once the industrial heart of the country.
But the entire country has been feeling the economic toll. Since Russia began building up its troops along Ukraine's borders late last year, the local currency, the hryvnia, has dropped in value. Foreign investment into the country has largely been suspended.
Financial aid has been flowing in from abroad, but with no end to the standoff in sight, how long will that money last? At a display in downtown Kharkiv commemorating the brave work of Ukrainian soldiers, 73-year-old Anna looks over the propaganda. Her nephew has been fighting on the front lines since 2014, when the country's army was under-equipped.
Голые боссы провожали этих ребят раздетых в босоножках и в сланцах. И вот такая была зима, слякоть, дождь, а они шли в промокашке. Это просто жалко было. Сейчас вспоминаешь, как они вот тут стояли, провожали мы их. У них не было этой сумочки, не было ни с медикаментом. Мы сносились, эти шприцы, эти таблетки, это все сносились мы.
With a GDP 10 times higher than Ukraine's, Russia can afford to spend 6 times more on its military. But while the United States is providing Ukraine with $200 million of lethal aid, along with military deliveries from other NATO countries, Moscow would consider Ukraine's acquisition of a THAAD anti-missile defense system another step towards destabilization. Everyone may be hoping for a diplomatic solution, but President Zelensky must weigh the costs of a military one. Natalie Carney, CGTN, Kharkiv, East Ukraine.